you been up to, Kate?
This totally isn't the third time we're saying these exact words right now.
Wait, how do actors do this? Where they have to just pretend it's the first take and not like the 30th?
I have no idea. So, act surprised when I say this. Bridge, guess what I've been watching? It's something you recommended. It's The Dropout on
The Dropout, Kate? Oh my god. Wait, but okay, I really want to dive into it. Elizabeth Holmes, Theranos. Yes. This was a time, I mean, the trial's still going. It's really, really exciting. And then, Kate, do you know what she's up to now?
Isn't
like,
she
in
still,
real
like,
life?
a billionaire?
She hooked up with some hotel chain, like, son,
Ew.
who has millions and millions of dollars, and she's, like, staying in this, like, crazy large estate. They had a child together, and the family's like, blink twice if you need help, and she's waiting to figure out if she may go to jail for 20 years.
Wait, the young man should blink twice if he needs help?
Who's
blinking?
That was Billy at the end. Remember how she, like, you saw the last thing?
Okay,
that was him.
So that part, I thought we were getting a flashback to when she got, like, sexually assaulted, and I was really uncomfortable. And I was like, why are they flashing back to this moment? How weird. And then she was like, I have a boyfriend. I was like, what? That's so lost.
Kate, that's him. That's the guy
weird.
who is like... Okay, wait, ask me questions, because it's, like, it's fascinating.
I don't know if I have questions, but I found it... I mean, okay, maybe I could, like, think of questions. I don't know.
Just say comments.
Spot here. I just wanted to talk about it.
Tell me what you thought. Tell me what you thought about it.
Well, I thought it was really just fucking crazy, and this is why I don't think I could ever survive in the business world, because I just think a lot of stupidity all around happens, and I don't know how you deal with it. And most of it's perpetuated by rich white guys, which, you know, no one's surprised, I guess. But what I thought was interesting, because I watched the Hulu show first, then I watched the HBO documentary called The Inventor, which this is also the third time we're saying that. But in the documentary, they had he was called a behavioral economist. Do you remember this guy?
Tell me more about him.
Okay.
Which one?
So basically, his whole, like, purpose as part of this documentary was to speak to, because really with this whole story, the main question that everyone has is, like, how could she have gotten away with this for so long? How were so many people so, like, blind to what she was doing and just, like, allowing it to happen? And even for her, like, how was it that she was justifying, or not, her actions?
Yeah.
So I feel like the purpose of this guy was to speak to that, and he was basically saying, like, the study of human behavior when it comes to, like, making money, and, like, when there's a lot of money involved. And it's so fucking interesting. And he talked about, like, a study that I guess he did, or somebody did, where it was, like, they had people rolling a dice, and whatever number it landed on, they would get that amount of money. So if it landed on 6, okay, we're gonna give you $6. And they would do it 20 times. But in the experiment, it was like, you tell us if you want the top number or the one on the bottom. So, like, if you land on a 1, you could be like, bottom! And then you get more money, because 6 would be on the other side. Are you with me?
I'm following.
Okay,
so... Is there a test? Okay.
No. No, but this was, like, the coolest, because I was like, where is he going with this? But part of the experiment was, like, the people were supposed to think about it beforehand. So you weren't supposed to decide on the spot. You were supposed to say, before I roll it, I'm going to pick top or bottom. And then in good faith, it was like, let's see if you're being honest. So he was like, yeah, so pretty much every person magically had amazing odds and magically always got the higher number magically, which obviously they didn't. It was basically saying, like, all these people lied, but there were no repercussions. Then he was like, then we hooked up those people to a lie detector, and then the odds went to normal, like what they would normally be, because people knew they were going to get caught, so they didn't lie. Then they kept those people in a lie detector, but instead of them getting the money, they were like, the money is going to go towards a charity. So it's all the same stuff. You ahead of time pick top or bottom, but whatever you get goes to charity. And it went back to everybody magically having amazing odds and always getting more money. But it was so interesting because he was like, even though they're attached to a lie detector, it was like sometimes the lie detector wouldn't go off as much because people were justifying, like, well, it's okay, I'm lying about it because it's for a good cause. Whoa. And so he basically was like, that's literally what she did. Like, she kept justifying that, like, no, this is a good thing. This is a good thing for people. Like, this is good, or it will be good. And, like, he basically said, like, that's why I think this, like, went on for so long. Because it's true. It's, like, it's different than someone making, like, a cell phone. Like, this was healthcare. And so for her, she's like, yeah, it's gonna, like, save lives. And, like, I think she really believed that, even though, like...
But that's also what made it so evil, Kate.
I know! It's fucking crazy!
Yeah. Wow. Okay, Kate, well, we are gonna have to put a pin in this for maybe its own episode. What do you think?
Okay. I could go on and on. It was like...
No, like, so
crazy.
I actually want to go on and on with you, but this has been a long time. We need to get to the movie. People are not here for this, okay? They're here to be saved, Kate.
Well, and all I want to say is I think Hilary Faye is Elizabeth Holmes. Okay, let's get started. That's all.
Sisters who've seen it. We are the sisters who've seen it. Sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, sisters who've seen it.
Hello.
Welcome to Jesus' podcast.
Jesus is... You know what I was thinking about when I was washing dishes earlier? I kept thinking to myself, because our most popular episode to date is Sister Act, and I wonder if some people see our podcast name and wonder if we're nuns. And then, is that then why Sister Act is popular? Or is it just sister? I don't know. But I thought about that. And if you came here and thought we were nuns, we're not. I'm sorry.
Holy Lord.
Wouldn't that be crazy, though?
I dream of that. And I want you to only hashtag nuns now.
Okay.
Wow, Kate. Okay, well, who are we? Because I think we could be nuns.
We're not nuns. And if we were, we'd be Sister Michael from Dairy Girls. But we are the Sisters Who've Seen It, the podcast where two sisters who are not movie critics or nuns look back on some of our favorites throughout the years through a psychological, ethical, and familial lens. I'm Katie.
I'm Bridget.
And God only knows what I'd be without you.
God only... I don't... Like, how do you do the Mandy Moore? It's like...
Was it Mandy Moore singing?
God only knows. I can't even do it. She's just like...
You gotta fan your hair out to the side like Brittany Murphy in 8 Mile.
Let's just say that Mandy Moore's trajectory of pop singer to actor was a good move.
I agree.
Because I like her way more as an actor than as a singer.
I know, and I love her in this role. Bridge, what's our movie this week?
It's the 2004 Mandy Moore starring movie, Saved! Exclamation point.
Okay, so last episode said we were doing this movie for this episode. You, at that point, didn't seem like you remembered it, but did it come back to you when you watched it, or was this the first time you saw this?
Nope, it came back to me, and I just think I never had an opinion on it. It was like one of those, like, Mean Girls, like, you know, all those, like, movies, those teen movies came out. Yeah, and so I feel like I watched them all, but I don't know, this didn't register as much as some of the other ones, but this is fun. This is a fun one.
I like this one. You know, there are some things that I'm like, ooh, not so PC.
Yeah.
I mean, some things are purposefully not, but then other things I was like, ooh, that wasn't, like, you didn't even think about that, and you should have.
Yeah, like, they say the R word a lot.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. I was like, guys, no, stop.
Yeah.
Well, Bridge, it's your turn to do a synopsis, so get out your rosary beads. Wait, yeah, those are beads.
Oh my god, wait, I used to actually keep rosary beads up here.
What?
It's like a really long, stupid story. My ex, when we broke up, his mother gave me rosary beads.
Because you broke up?
Well, I think she liked me more than him, so.
So she was like, you will be saved, and he will be damned.
Okay, Kate, good girl Mary, played by Jena Malone.
Love her.
Can't believe it when she gets pregnant by her newly gay boyfriend. She also can't believe the actions of her popular, ruthless, relentless, devout best friend, Hilary Faye, played by Mandy Moore.
Newly gay is, that's a term, I guess.
That is an Amazon description. Wowie.
Oh, my
Okay,
God.
let me break it down for you, Kate.
All right.
We're in high school. We're in a Christian high school. And man, oh man, does everyone love Jesus. I bet you a crazy drinking game to black out quickly is drink every time they say Jesus in this movie.
Yeah, you'd be bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You'd be Cassandra having a spiritual awakening in the crowd.
Oh my
ripping shirt
God.
off.
But we get everyone's backstory, mainly Mary, who's the Jena Malone's main character. And the whole movie is devout Christian, following Jesus's word. And as she does it, she kind of gets into these circumstances that makes her questionable in Jesus's eyes. And so she gets outcasted, and we get to follow the whole story. So let me introduce some people. Her best friend in the beginning is Mandy Moore, played by Hilary Faye. Sorry.
Switch those. But I was
Hilary
like, Mandy Moore played by Mandy Moore. She's playing herself. God help us.
Absolutely have dyslexia, and no one has ever told me about it, and I really could use some help. Please tell me, people.
Okay.
So, I love her so much. I think she was freaking fantastic in this movie, but she plays best friend, the super popular girl. She's like all about Jesus and everything. And then when Mary ends up getting pregnant because her boyfriend at the time told her that he was gay, and she said, "Oh my God, you're not supposed to be gay."
Newly gay in quotation
air quotes,
marks.
newly gay.
Amazing.
And she said, "Oh my God, I need to help you, and I've only been taught this like one, sad worldview of a way that you can't be gay, and if I have sex with you, maybe it'll help you." And boy, oh boy, does that not work. So when she gets pregnant, then Hilary Faye starts to say, "You ain't my friend anymore, and I can't believe you have a gay boyfriend, and get out of my face, bitch." And so that starts the kind of like war. Now, on the other side is Cassandra, played by Susan Sarandon's daughter, and her name is Eva Amurri. Yeah!
Susan Sarandon, who owns the ping pong clubs in Chicago. Get out of town.
You bet. Doesn't she look like Susan Sarandon?
Wait, now that you say that, like, yes, I could see it.
Oh, she's like beautiful.
Oh my God.
So she is played like the rebel. And so she is the Jewish person that got kicked out of all these high schools, and the last one left is the Christian one. And she comes in, and she's crazy, and she's kooky, and she hooks up with Hilary Faye's brother, who's Macaulay Culkin, who is playing a disabled person. And I thought, this also doesn't age well.
And his name was Roland.
Oh, like rolling?
Yes, but like... Did the writers need to do that? Because, like, it's a little too on the nose for me.
And he did dress up as a roller skate for Halloween.
And he wore roller cologne. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't do that.
So Roland and her get together, and so then Mary ends up hanging out with them, and it's basically this back and forth about Mandy Moore trying to save them, and them trying to tell Mandy Moore, like, screw, like, the way it is, and it's very interesting. You have Mary Louise Parker as the mother.
Yeah.
You have, who is the pastor?
Pastor Skip!
What is his name? Because he's a super famous actor, and
Oh, really? I don't know.
I can't,
He's just Pastor Skip to me.
Oh, wowie, wow.
That's a flip into the scene. Oh.
Okay, wait, his name is Martin Donovan, for those that know him. And then Patrick is played by Patrick Fugit, who, if you go all the way to our first episode and you thought, these women don't know how to do sound editing.
And you were correct.
We talked about him. So, all these characters, needless to say, I gave you the backstory, and Kate, I don't think it's relevant to go into the details because this is a lighthearted movie, and I think we could just get on into it. What do you think?
I agree. And I think we already established this, but we start off, as we do with probably every single piece of film that Mandy Moore's in. Mandy Moore's singing. Okay, everybody take a sip, because,
God only knows what I'll be with. Yeah, I can't even do her voice because I can't even do it. It's like, it is the ultimate girl next door voice.
Yeah. And then we are flying through the clouds. I don't know if this was like a heaven metaphor, but I was getting dizzy. So thankfully that didn't go on too long. But we start off with Mary. And just as a reminder to all the listeners, or if you're new here, we ourselves have a younger sister, Mary. So prepare for Mary jokes. And I got a good one down the road, Bridge.
Wait, Kate, why is she called Mary? Why did our parents call her Mary?
Oh no.
When Mary was conceived, which was in the vacation place that we used to go to, Dad said that it was raining everywhere except where he was standing, and a beam of light came down, and he is convinced the Virgin Mary is what got Mom pregnant, because she is literally 16 years younger than me, 10 years younger than you, and a lot younger than Jimmy. So we have a lot of these religious themes in our world, and I feel like we ended up like Cassandra, Kate, our poor mother.
Yeah.
She must be so sad.
I relate to Cassandra. All right, so Mary's giving us exposition, and she's basically like, hey guys, I've always been a Christian, and I don't know, I guess that's like all I know, so that's all I know, and that my mom's into it too, and go team. And there's a lot of funny lines in this movie I wrote down where I feel like they take normal things, but they add the word Christian to it, and it is so fucking funny. And so one example is she's like, and my mom finally became the #1 Christian interior decorator in the town or something. I was like, oh my God.
And how about Roland calling them out when they're painting the giant Jesus? And he goes, I'm pretty sure he's not white.
He's not white. Yeah. Oh my God.
And they were like, what? And this is so 2004. Like, everything I think was so not PC. Mm-hmm. Like, PC didn't exist. And the reason PC exists is because of the 2004s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was weird that her backstory was like, my dad died, and we always loved Jesus, and my mom said he lived in the heavens with the angels, so I tried to kill myself as a kid, and my mom thought it was funny. And I was like, what?
Jesus,
but we get right into the, her boyfriend just, I mean, man, he had this special tender moment with her, and that did not end well, huh?
I know. First it was all about him and his coming out, and then she had to fucking ruin it by bonking her head on the stupid ladder. And I was like, well, now it's not about him anymore, so.
Well, and that,
great.
I mean, imagine how scared he was to probably say that, and here she is making it all about her.
The gardener diving in to save her. Doesn't that happen in, oh my God, what's the one with Mary Catherine Gallagher? What? Superstar. Doesn't the same idea happen where, like, someone has to dive in the pool to save her or something? And it's like,
oh, I bet.
Like Jesus?
I bet. I can't think of it.
Okay. If a listener knows what I'm talking about, please confirm or deny. Thank you.
But, she's basically stunned by this news. And in a way, because Dean, her boyfriend, is also super religious, he's like, yeah, man, I don't know either. It's just who I am. But I'm Christian too. And so this is confusing. And then she goes to pick him up to take him to their senior year of school. And they take out a gay porn magazine. And that's why his parents sent him to conversion camp.
Yeah.
I mean, heavy themes that they just made funny.
Yeah.
I was like, oi, this is like terrible.
Well, even them like having sex, you're kind of like, you guys gonna talk about it? And then it's like, nope, we're just gonna do that. And you're like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. What did I write? Oh. I just wrote Pastor Skip because right away we have a school assembly. And Bridge, did this school assembly remind you of anything? Because all I could think about was Dairy Girl.
Oh my
With
God.
the girl fucking singing and everyone, like, that's the assembly. It's just like one random schoolgirl like singing. And you're like, why? And I really wanted Sue's sister Michael to come out and say to Mandy Moore, well, now we know why all those famous singers do that as a profession and you don't. So.
Okay, wait, let's take a step back and talk about Pastor Skip. Okay, he is the father of the heartthrob in the movie, Patrick Fugit, that Mandy Moore and Mary somewhat have this, like, struggle with. As a pastor, we find out that he should have divorced his wife, but didn't, but she died.
Wait, she's not dead. She's a missionary somewhere.
Okay. So that's why then, when he's flirting with Mary Louise Parker, Mary's mom, it's like a secret, and they think God is punishing them because he's like cheating on his wife, basically.
But he refuses to get divorced.
And then the whole time, Kate, he is basically appropriating Black culture language as he's like, yo, dog, hey, who's my Jesus posse? Oh, you down with G.O.D.? Yeah. I was like, oh my God, damn it!
The thing that got me was, I said it before, he front flips into the scene, and I was like, who the fuck is that? And I was like, oh, it's just Pastor Skip. I should have known. He's not like a regular pastor. He's a cool pastor.
I can't. It's like Mean Girls with the cool mom. It's like, that's him as a pastor.
That's exactly what it was like.
Well, I'll tell you, we had gay conversion. We had all sorts of appropriation on cultures. We had just the Christian in general. I couldn't handle him being a pastor that also was like a pedophile. So I'm okay with this angle. I'm like, okay, because it would have been like way too much.
Yeah.
But Kate, what happens at this assembly? Like, what happens?
Cassandra. First of all, I just want to say there's a part in here where he is like talking, whatever. He's like, yeah, we're gonna have a great school year. Let's all pray. Everything's great. Hooray. And then he goes, all right, now is the part where if anyone wants to come up here and cleanse their sins over the summer, like, now's the time. And everybody in the auditorium looks at Cassandra. And she just like looks at them like, what? Are you looking at me?
Oh my God, so good.
But then she basically pretends to be, I guess, like possessed, maybe is the best way to describe it, and like speaking in tongues in quotation marks. But really all she says is, I have a hot pussy. And I don't know why nobody else knew she was saying that except Mandy Moore. And then I don't think she gets in trouble. And then she almost shows her boobs, but she doesn't.
Oh my
and
God.
That's it. We move on. So,
no act was too vulgar to get Cassandra expelled. Oh my God. Yeah, she is so good, and she just doesn't back down the whole movie. And they had one scene where she was like drunk at the mall, and I was like, okay, this is like kind of getting a little sad, but then then we went back up to her being there for Mary when Mary admitted she was pregnant, and I thought she like became normal again. Because at one point I was like, this is kind of weird if you're like a teenager drunk at really drunk at a mall in the middle of the day.
I'd like to believe the only reason they had that scene in there is because they didn't know how to work in this golden line, which is the muffin shop is closed, which I still quote today to some people. So, because who's saying that sober? Wow. Me, you know.
Okay, Kate. So I think right away we're seeing this parallel stories of Mary being like, wait, am I pregnant?
Yeah.
And I feel like she was 17, right? So
yeah,
I thought she played that character pretty well, like pretty believable being young. I think she was 19 when she played that character.
Yeah, she seemed young.
She seemed young, right? And like, I believed the whole background of that story, and her calling up the pregnancy test company and saying, sometimes you have false positives. Is that true? And they're like, no.
Yeah.
And so Kate, she has to go to Planned Parenthood.
She does. And this is again, fund Planned Parenthood. People, thank you. Well, Good night.
And how about in the beginning of the movie, she is there trying to stop women from having abortions, and then she's going there in her sunglasses because she needs to get tested if she's pregnant. And this is the thing that's so fucking sad, Kate, because that shit is so freaking true.
Yeah.
Where else are Christian girls gonna go? And that was a great line that Macaulay Culkin said.
Oh my God.
Did you get that one?
Where she was like, why else would a Christian girl go there? And he goes, to plant a pipe bomb? And she goes, you're right, 2 reasons they would go there.
To like plant a pipe bomb. I know. Like, this movie had some dark themes to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought, oh my God, this is like, and her whole justification was like, I tried to have sex with my boyfriend who was gay to make him not gay because Jesus wanted me and now I'm pregnant. And honestly, Kate, the whole time I kept thinking, because we have a whole movie of the moment she gets pregnant to having the baby at prom, I thought, did you not go to one fucking ultrasound in 9 months?
I think she went to at least one because she had the ultrasound picture.
But like, how is does she have an OBGYN? She's 17.
Are there prenatal vitamins? We don't know. No one knows. And she's hanging around Cassandra, who's smoking a lot. I'm worried about it.
What's her birth plan, Kate?
She definitely did not have a doula lined up. Okay.
No, she didn't.
But yeah, so she finds that out, and then she's like, oh my God, I'm by myself, everything's sad. Meanwhile, Roland and Cassandra are like becoming a thing, whatever, and Cassandra and him, like you said, they see her. So now Cassandra's like, I know what's up. And she keeps basically going to Mary being like, hey, pregnant or what? And Mary's like, no, good. And then meanwhile, on top of that bullshit, fucking Hilary Faye makes flyers.
Oh my God.
That basically says Dean's gay. Let's all pray about it tonight. And she like put a picture of Dean on them, and then Mary got mad, and then Hilary's like, I don't understand why you're mad. And then that one fucking character,
Tia is amazing.
So she goes, sorry to hear about Dean's faggotry. I was like, Tia! Not good.
Her name is Heather Mazzarazio. And she was in the Princess Diaries. Like,
yes, she was. And so was Mandy Moore. She was also in Scream 3.
Wait, okay, so back in the day, Kate, when I was doing my, like, first corporate job, I had to fly to Tennessee a lot because, like, the company moved there, and so the New York office stayed, but, the people would fly, and I was, like, their assistant, basically. And when I went there, it was very much still, like, a Christian community because, we're kind of in the South, and, also this is, like, add-on, like, 15 years ago. And I just remember everyone went to Bible study. And I had done this trip for once a month for 3 years. I mean, kind of insane. So I got to know these people and I got to kind of be like, I don't understand this culture. Explain Bible study to me. Explain this. Like, I get it in theory, but are you truly just reading the Bible and talking about it? Like, don't you get bored? Haven't you memorized it? Like, what's the deal? And they all started to admit to me that it's basically just a way to gossip about people. And I totally,
Jesus.
And I got this vibe from this, oh, Dean's gay, let's pray about it. It's like, no, you just wanted to tell everybody Dean's gay, Mandy Moore.
And you wanted to make a flyer about it, honey.
Also, I love that nobody calls her Hilary. They only call her Hilary Faye.
Hilary Faye. I also love how she goes, we pray for all the perverts, Lord.
Oh my God. Stupid.
That's what some of the humor in this is intentional and poking fun, because there are people who are like this, which is really scary and sad, especially when they're in positions of power.
Well, and I still feel like there's conversion camps, which
there are.
Break my heart.
Yeah. Mike Pence, hello.
Well, and then how about the best part about the conversion camp is he meets his roommate and they fall in love. It's
I fucking love
I bet that happens all the freaking time.
It's amazing. And then they're like, he goes, gotta go, we're doing a Christian haunted house, which was another time where I was like, it's so much funnier when you add the word Christian in front of random words. It's great.
Kate, now I'm thinking about shopping at the grocery store, and it's are there Christian apples versus regular apples? And do you have a Christian car versus...
They've been blessed by something. So Mary goes through a crisis of faith, and then she kind of does a little witchcraft, which Bridget and I wholeheartedly support. Girl, I got my crystals too. It's all good. But there's not a lot of time actually put into that, because then what happened?
She gets embarrassed. But,
yeah.
And, if you think about it, this is really sad for, if you didn't make this a comedy, this is truly tragic for this star. Her dad's death is what made her, super religious. And her mom, who's supposed to be this super Christian, has no idea that her daughter is pregnant because she is trying to have sex with a pastor who's married. Meanwhile, her daughter also had this boyfriend that just gets ripped out of her life because he's gay, and nobody talks about it. And then she compares her daughter to having a car, Kate.
Oh, yeah, I didn't like that. Also, to add into that whole fuckery, Mary and then Patrick, and Patrick is Pastor Skip's son.
Patrick Gallagher.
They are dating, and they could become step siblings. Ew. And Bridget, I'm sorry to do this, but it's time to do this. Many of these plots in this movie are from Degrassi. And this was also a Canadian movie, and I just want to point that out to everyone. It's very important. We all know that. You heard it here, folks, all right? I will go to trial about it.
Oh my God.
That's straight up was a plot line from Degrassi, and they were a very Christian family, and the mom ended up getting a divorce, and then she was dating the guy, and then the guy had a stepson, and then the stepson and the daughter started dating, and it was incest, but it wasn't. And that girl got pregnant later in the seasons, all right?
Kate.
And then she also got cancer or some shit. I don't know. It's crazy.
Well, and actually, Mary did pray that she had cancer instead of being pregnant. And I thought, that is supposed to be a joke, but there's also horrible humor.
That wasn't one of the, good jokes. I love when they try to perform an exorcist on her. That's always a fun time. I mean...
the entire movie Jawbreaker, which is a 1999 film, that was a thing people would do. you. You would go be like, I'm gonna kidnap my best friend. And people would do that. They would like drive and like kidnap them for their birthday.
Did you do that?
I did not do that. But this was such a theme that the movie Jawbreaker was based off of that, because to shut their friend up, they put a jawbreaker in the mouth.
And then she died.
And then she died. So that's what I mean. Like, this was such a thing. And that was the scene when Mary's like, get off of me. You're crazy. And then what is Mandy Moore? She throws the Bible. she said, oh, you had sent me a text on it. I forget.
She's like, I am full of God's love. And then freaking Mary's like, this is not a weapon. This is the Bible. I was like, thank you, Mary.
Oh my God. But Mandy Moore was just so good. She was such a good mean girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I love Tia. I gotta be honest with you. I love Tia as like the side character. And okay, what else happens, Kate?
So then finally, like, Cassandra gets it out of Mary, where Mary's like, okay, yes, I'm pregnant. And then Cassandra is like super cool and supportive. And she's like, girl, let's go get some new clothes. And then it's a shopping montage. Then they use Hilary Faye's credit card. Thank you, Lord. And then there's just like a lot of random scenes with Mary and Patrick, and he's like super into her, which is nice. I kind of wish like he had a conversation with her first before he started liking her, because the movie was kind of like, he loves her. And I was like, wait, why? And then they didn't really answer that.
He did say, I like that you have like a different opinion. He did say like a little bit.
Even before that, he liked her. Like, if it was after that point, then I would have been like, cool. But like,
okay, I feel like he was a little stalkery, because she's like, hey, not at this time. And then he's like, but why? But come on. And he just kept showing up. He's like, let's go to this room. Let's go here.
And then I wrote that when they're in the mall, he like forces her into a secret secluded section. And I was like, I don't like it. But then it's like, it's cute because it's Christmas lights. And I was like, is it? Or are we going to get raped?
Only that actor, I think, could pull it off, because he always plays like a sweetheart guy. Yeah. But you put another actor there, I mean, it started to get a little much. I was like, leave her alone. She has a lot to deal with. There's a baby and no one knows the week gestation.
All we know are the like seasons of the school year that go by, because pretty much every holiday they cover. We go through Halloween. We already went through Christmas. Now it's Valentine's Day. And then they're getting close to Easter, and Patrick plays... This reminded me of church. He did Jesus Christ Superstar or something, and Patrick was the like naked Jesus on the cross, and I kept thinking how like churches do that. They do like the Stations of the Cross, where you reenact the horrific torture of a man.
Honestly, I'm trying to find the quote, because Cassandra's like, no, that's how you get nailed to a cross, or
I
something.
think she says like, that's what I call being hung on a cross, or something.
Oh my God. Yeah, this was too much.
One part that came up that I did not like, and this was again, I think, a little bit more representative of the early 2000s, was they really lean into, oh, well, Hilary Faye used to be fat and ugly, so we're gonna like bully her now. And I was like, ooh, hate it
Kate,
so much. Yeah,
the fat phobia, we talk about this.
I know.
And I will never forget when we watched Crossroads.
Fat Camp, MTV's Fat Camp, it's coming back to us.
And 3 girls are having a sleepover, and one talks about how her mother left her since a baby, the other talks about being raped, and the other talks about being fat, as if they're all equal in trauma. What in the literal fuck 2000?
I am gonna find MTV's Fat Camp, and I'm gonna somehow send it to you, and I think it's gonna be a time, because I watched every episode, and it was such drama, and basically everyone just dates each other, like they did at the Mercy House, where it's like, guys, focus on this, and they're like, we're all gonna date instead, and you're like, what?
Okay, but also we can't forget that picture of fat Hilary Faye was also on these really old computers, and I bet if our sister Mary watched this movie, she'd say, what are those?
Yeah, but like I remember that part being a bigger part of the movie, and it really wasn't. It like happens for one scene. She goes to Pastor Skip, and then he like makes Mary and Cassandra help out setting up prom as a punishment, and then like they do that for like one scene, and then they leave, and I was like, wait, oh, okay, I didn't really understand it.
Okay, let's face it. Like, everyone has some sort of spirituality or, you know, or not, but like the moral compass side of like, this is right and this is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
This movie had a lot of that. So it was like, you did this wrong, so now you have to repent and come and help. And then they were all like, this is stupid, I hate it. And I was like, oh, well, if you don't believe in the thing I believe in, well, it doesn't work. You know, like, it's like, it only works if you all believe in. So that's what made this so interesting.
You know what that reminds me of?
Cults like Kimmy Schmidt.
And Theranos. And we're back to that, everyone. And I'm not sorry about it, because I'm telling you, there's so many goddamn parallels. Hilary Faye is Elizabeth Holmes.
Wow.
I don't know who Sunny is. Maybe it's Tia. Who knows?
It could be Pastor Skip. But
no,
like in a weird
Pastor
way.
Skip. Oh, God.
Okay.
If Sunny did a front flip into that freaking show, I cannot. We have to move on.
Okay, wait.
I'm so sorry.
So I really like Cassandra and Roland's relationship. I think they're really cute. And they started to be able to like be themselves around each other. And once you like got rid of the I'm rebellious, they were just like a cute, respectful couple that like just were nice to each other and helped their friend Mary. And right as you started to be like, you know, she's not so like rebellious and crazy, is when Hilary Faye pulls a whoopsie doodle and sets her up with all the spray paint on the school.
I hate that.
And she doubled down and then like hid the spray paint cans in her locker. And I thought, damn, we just took it to that next level.
Bridge.
Wow.
Happened on Degrassi. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, shut up.
So sorry.
Shut up.
I also, so she sets up Cassandra, but she also sets up Mary, which I'm like, fuck that. Like, come on. That's not cool. Mary just leaves you alone. She's not like Cassandra to you.
Yeah.
But there's like a female teacher that's searching Mary's locker, and she finds the ultrasound, and at first she's like, and she tries to hide it. Like, she's like, I'm on your side, girl.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help you out. We don't need Pastor Skip to see this. You don't know what's happening. But then it gets dropped, and then Pastor Skip finds it, and then the jig is up.
I mean, Kate, the truth is, like, she's gonna have to have a baby, so the jig has to be up at some point.
The jig could have been up, like, after school, but you're right. Like, there would be a jig up point. Yeah.
Well, and then once everybody finds out, they try to send her to the Mercy House.
I hate the scene where Pastor Skip and the mom, they like go, I think they like go in a closet or something, and he's like, did you know about this? And that's where she was like, no, I just thought she was having snacks or something. I was like, Jesus, Mom, like, what is wrong with you? And then he goes, well, you have to send her away or else we can't date. And I was like, ew, Pastor Skip blows. And then she's like, I guess I'll send her away. And I was like, ugh, I hate it.
Well, and then they also kind of, this is what everybody was in the movie was doing. They were like, well, because of our bad behavior, this is the Lord's way of punishing us. And I'm like, everyone has their own version of this, and it is exhausting.
Yeah.
And that's what they did so well. And I read a lot about how some Christian groups were mad about this movie because they felt like they were being made fun of.
Well,
but on the flip side, when she has the baby, she does say, like, it still makes me feel a connection to God. Like, she was like, this is this, like, miracle event that, you know, I believe in it. And just because I don't fit into all the other, like, I have this crisis of faith, but I still want to be a Christian. That I read that was, like, the pushback is like, no, it shows both sides.
Well, even having, like, Dean and his boyfriend at the end, like, they're both still gay, but they're also both still Christian. And, like, there are many people in the world who are like that. So,
oh my God,
representation matters. So they get expelled, and then she's like, I don't want to go to the Mercy House. And then the mom's like, you're gonna go. And then they get in a fight, and it's stupid. And then Cassandra and Roland are basically like, fuck this shit. We're going to prom, and we're gonna make Mary go with us,
love it.
too. And they set it up, Bridge. They wear matching outfits, which is amazing.
I got some real Mean Girls vibes.
Oh my God, how funny is it? And that was 2004. It's weird.
What was her name?
It was Janice.
Janice, wearing her tuxedo.
Yes.
She got a dress for Mary, which looked adorable.
Yes.
And Patrick shows up in a limo, Kate.
He's got real good timing, because she literally is like, I have a surprise. And then she turns around, Patrick's like, I'm here in a limo. And I was like, Jesus, all right, cool. And he goes, I don't care about the pregnancy. I was like, oh, yay.
He was a lot. I was like, you need to figure out why you're so obsessed with Mary.
I was gonna say, like, you are, like, could she tell you, like, she's part alien? And you'd be like, I don't care. It's great. Life is good. Let's do it.
I'm here to kill you, Patrick, you know what? I believe in your
Patrick,
killing.
I'm never going to have sex with you ever. You know what? It's great. It's a great day. It sounds wonderful. Let's get married. Yeah, that's what it felt like. It was a little too much. So they crashed the prom, which is so fun. And then there's this Christian rock group.
Oh,
and Bridge,
my God.
did your Catholic school have a Christian or Catholic or whatever the difference is rock group at your prom? Because what?
Kate, no, they didn't. And one of my
thank
most
God.
proud moments was our senior prom. So you nominate a prom king and a prom queen. And our entire grade decided to nominate the gay guy and the lesbian. And
I love it.
They were in on it.
Amazing.
And they then danced together as prom king and prom queen around all of our like religious faculty. And I was like, we beat the system.
That's how you do Catholic school, right?
Exactly! I was like, this
Yeah.
is my most proudest moment. And I just remember thinking, like, this is so fucking cool. We're so goddamn cool. And of course, the teachers were like, I didn't know they were dating. And you're like, they're not. Go away.
They don't like each other. Oh, man.
But that didn't happen here. So the Christian band was doing their thing, and Mandy Moore has a big old pimple, and I don't know, she just loses her mind, right?
Oh, she goes fucking crazy town, yeah.
She goes crazy, but she does it in such a, like, whiny, bratty way, and not
Yes.
a, like, I'm evil. She just is like, oh, like, why isn't any, like, I followed the rules. Like, is anything working for me? And I'm like, oh, this is so good. It gets into the psyche, Kate.
Yes, I know. Because she's justifying her shitty actions because she thinks it's the right thing to do. Elizabeth Holmes, excuse me. So she gets on stage and is like, excuse me, Christian rock band, excuse me. These people are here and they shouldn't be here. And then Pastor Skip actually kind of like redeems himself a little and he goes, you know what? I think the Christian thing to do would be to let them hang. They're not bothering no one, whatever. Let's let them dance. And then Hilary Faye has a bitch fit. She's gonna have a bitch fit. She has one. And that's when they're like, you bought the spray cans, Hilary Faye. Here's the receipts. And then she's like, this could have been anybody using the card. And then Tia comes in with the receipt from the card. She's like, this was in her car. And then everyone's like, damn.
I mean, Tia was ready. She was like, if you let me wear that tiara, I would not have ratted you out, but you didn't. And I've worked 17 jobs and no one ever cares about me. And I dyed my hair blonde and I hate you. Tia was so good.
Saved the day. And then Hilary Faye freaks out and basically runs away. And like Roland and Cassandra, again, like showing that they're good people. They're like, I guess we'll follow her because like she's kind of crazy. And like, who knows? Maybe she needs some help. And then the Mercy House people are like, we're here too. We stole a van. They're like, we're at the prom now. This is where Mary sees Dean, her gay boyfriend, who I don't know if he's still her boyfriend. I feel like not, but I don't know.
Well, and he's like, you're pregnant? And by the way,
God, yeah.
can we just all give Dean some love? Because all Dean is being is himself and honest, and he has had his whole life completely screwed up as a result of it.
Yep.
She forces him to basically have that sex, which ultimately is the baby, which he doesn't find out about until she's born.
Yep.
He then gets sent away his senior year of school, broken from all his friends and family, and every step of the way he like turns it into something lovely. He was even happy about like the baby. I'm like, Dean, you magical ice skating angel.
I know. Let's get Dean in the 20 whatever Olympics. I don't know what year it is. But then Pastor Skip is like hella rude to all the Mercy House people. And then everyone's like, Pastor Skip, fuck off. Like, you're rude. And then Mary makes a speech about how nobody is perfect. Sorry, there's a toddler riding a motorized vehicle up my driveway. Do you have an adult, sir? Hello? Jesus?
Up your driveway?
Yep. Nope. He's backing up.
Pastor Skip.
He's doing a K-turn. Okay. I'm so sorry. Mary makes a speech about how nobody's perfect and God loves them anyway. And why would God make all these different people?
If they wanted them to be the same.
The same. That's a really sweet message.
Amen, Mary. Amen.
Yep. And then we go from that to Hilary Faye literally crashing her van into the giant Jesus statue and decapitating it.
And when it falls, Kate, what does that remind you of?
Oh, what
the
does
Jesus
that
head
remind me of?
falls on the glass of the vehicle?
Jurassic Park?
Yes.
Oh. I didn't think of it at the time, but now you mention it, yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow,
oh my
add
god.
a T-Rex roar over that scene, and I bet it would be great. I love how Cassandra runs up and she goes, Hilary Faye, that was awesome!
She is such a... What this movie did so well is it picked like 5 strong characters and just like gave them all arcs.
Yeah.
And I think it's fun. I think it's lighthearted. And I guess if you are Christian, this could offend you, but I think you should laugh at it.
Well, and then Mary literally goes into labor because drama.
Oh,
and then she gives birth and it's like a cute little baby girl. And then everybody's like happy. And like, that's how it ends. It's like really sweet.
I thought it was sweet, but I think the movie had to do that because it was like she's done no preparation on like who is she raising this baby? What's happening?
Is she gonna breastfeed? Will it be bottles? Who bought the diapers?
Did she have a baby shower?
Sleeping? No, we did not have a baby shower.
Yeah,
We
is
don't know
there a
what's
crib?
going on.
What's happening?
Nope.
Is she educated about a baby?
I don't know. But people don't forget when she tried to research on the computer the word gay, and she immediately came up to a gay porn site, and I was like, I don't think that's how internet search
Not
works.
how that works, but
No,
okay.
I'm scared, but oh my.
Kate, watch it or don't watch it.
I would watch it. I think it's a fun movie, and I like when there's differing perspectives and satire and all that, and I think it's lighthearted. What about you?
I think watch it with a group.
Oh, yeah.
This is fun to talk about.
Yeah. And there's good lines. Like, I gotta go. We're doing a Christian haunted house.
Oh my
funny.
God. There's so many. Hilary Faye, I'm saving myself until marriage, and I'll use force if necessary.
I was with her in the gun range, and she's literally shooting in the penis area of the guy. I was like, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, no.
Oh my God. It's amazing. Woo! And this was not a listener pick, right?
This was not...
Okay, Kate, is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
Woo! Because we do have a listener pick, and when I saw this, I thought, ooh, this aligns with so many themes.
Woo!
It aligns with so many themes.
Oh my God, wait, I just thought of a joke I forgot to say.
Okay, what?
Sorry, going back to the movie for just one moment. This is really important.
Don't say Degrassi.
No, it's not. I swear. So at the end of the movie, you ready, Bridge?
Okay.
Mary had a baby, oh my Lord. Mary had a baby, oh my Lord. And listeners, that has a story behind it because, as we mentioned, we have a younger sister named Mary, and one time at church, for some reason, we were all... It must have been like Christmas or something, and her younger sister was in a choir, and they started singing that song, Mary Had a Baby, and clapping like they were Sister Act, even though everybody's a white person and not a nun. And we all started laughing hysterically, and then our mom got really mad at us.
Well,
because we were in church.
Our mom got mad at us, and Mary was really mad at us because all of the other people have siblings that are like 2 years older than them, and we were adults in theory, and we were making fun of her in church. And she was like, as Matilda, I'm disappointed in your behavior.
She was probably like 10, right? Like, she was like not old at all.
I think she was in like the 7 range. I feel like it was younger.
Oh my God, that's even funnier.
It's so funny. She was so mad. Wow.
I just had to add that Mary had a baby on my
Okay,
Lord.
thank God we got that, Kate.
All right, sorry. Continue. Listener pick, yes.
You know what? The way Mary felt might be how she might like this movie because it goes with the theme of that.
Mary had a baby?
Yeah. Well, okay, let me go back to this listener.
Okay.
His name is Stuart.
Oh my God, there's so many guys. Okay. Hello, Stuart. Stuart,
I want to call you Stewie, but I won't because I don't think you like that.
No.
Or Stu. Stu sounds cool. But Stu's
all
gonna be
right.
weird. Stuart, listen up. I think this is a fantastic pick, and there is a theme for why I think it's a fantastic pick.
Okay.
Kate, what episode are we coming up on?
Well, the next one's going to be 99. Ooh.
And this movie, Kate, is from 1999.
9. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, Synergy. And this is starring... I don't actually think we've done a movie with 2 of the stars in this movie who are, like, super famous.
Oh.
And I need to read how people describe it. This is... why do people... This is an American film.
Great.
You're like, okay.
Tells me nothing.
This doesn't give me a category. Wow.
Wow, that's weird.
Wow.
There's no genre?
There's no genre to describe it.
So, is it a movie, or?
It's a movie.
Okay.
So, okay. Well, I'm going to tell you the two people in it, and I think you're going to guess it. Brad Pitt and Edward Norton.
Oh!
Fight Club.
Fight Club! We did do a movie with Brad Pitt. We did Ocean's 11.
Oh, so stupid. Where
but,
he
like,
eats
that's
in every
ensemble.
scene. He eats in every scene, and he
He's
probably will
eating.
eat in every scene at Fight Club.
Oh my god, Fight Club! The movie that all people who don't really watch movies would have a movie poster on their wall, and you'd be like, what's your favorite movie? And they're like, Fight Club. And you're like, wait, but have you seen any other movies, like, ever in your life? And they'd be like, no. And you're like, oh.
Oh, okay. Did you
nope,
want to talk
just me?
about that?
Sorry. That's just me, huh? All right. Stewie, I'm not talking about you, girl, because I know you watch movies probably.
Stuart, let's freaking do this. We don't know a lot about you. You just answered the question and wrote in Fight Club. So here we are, and we're gonna, just like Mary Had a Baby was mad at the church, we're gonna fight this one out, Kate.
Wait, also other famous actors in this movie, Helena Bonham Carter.
Oh, yeah.
And then Jared Leto, I think, is also in this movie, right? He's like a smaller role.
Oh, I didn't
believe.
know. Can't wait.
I haven't seen that one in a while.
1999, Kate.
I know.
Things are weird.
This movie's weird. Yeah.
And we're getting up to our 99th episode, which means the 100 is coming. Wowzers.
Yes, that is very exciting. I can't believe that.
Well.
Well, Bridge,
Yeah.
just want to say, if
you came out under the pool as gay, okay?
Okay.
I would not force you to have sex with your Christian partner to de-gay you and then be sent to a conversion camp. I would stop all of that, and I would instead tell you to date that really sexy gardener.
Thanks. Same. I feel like I was gonna say something along the lines of, like, if you got pregnant, I would be your Cassandra. But, like, you already were pregnant, and I hope I was your Cassandra in, long distance. So, I don't really know.
Oh, Kate, you're my Cassandra. Always. Always
thanks.
and forever. Oh my God.
Wow. All right. Well, and listeners, if you also loved Cassandra in this movie, and you think that people should learn how to swim because it's an important skill to have in life.
Stupid.
And if you think that Hilary Faye is Elizabeth Holmes from Theranos, you should write us a review.
Hey.
We love reviews. We love written reviews. You can review us on Apple Podcasts along with some other podcasting apps. You can also review us on Spotify. You can't write a review, but please leave us a stars. So that would be nice. That's a newer thing. And let's see. Our next movie is a listener pick by Stuart. And Stuart went on our website. Oh, because we also have a website. Where am I? I'm lost. Lord help me. I'm lost.
Praise
We
Jesus.
also have a website. sisterswhoseenit.com. No nuns on the website. If you scroll down on the main page, there's a form you can fill out to request a movie. So Stuart went on the website, scrolled down, and he filled out the form to request our movie. And Bridge, what else can they do on the website?
They can buy us coffee.
Whee!
Which, I saw this really hilarious video online, because I'm thinking instead of coffee, just buy us wine, like religious wine, like Christian wine. And I saw this really funny video of this little girl doing First Communion, and she takes the host, and she eats that, and then she takes a drink, and she finishes the cup, and she's
amazing.
Like 8,
I love it.
And the priest didn't know what to do, and I hope that you buy us that much that we can actually then just find that little girl and give her wine. I'm not sure why I went there or where we are, but here we are.
I love that. I love that. Well, I always appreciate wine. So yes, please do that, everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, so check all that out, and we hope to hear from you. All right, listeners. Well, we'll see y'all next week for Fight Club. I know. There's not ninja.
It's not. I don't know why I keep doing that.
I don't know. Because when you do a punch, you want a sound effect usually.
Yeah, pew, 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 pew. It's more like crack.
Yeah.
It's like...
I feel like we're gonna end up talking about like business in this movie because there's like commentary on businesses.
See, I thought we'd talk about psychology because it's like, who is he? I don't know. Is he? Is he who? Is he him? Is he real? All right, well, guess you're gonna have to tune in next week to find out. We love you. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.
Praise Jesus. Amen.
Oh, married baby. Oh, my Lord. Bye.
See you later.
Thanks for tuning in to Sisters Who've Seen It. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out our website at sisterswho'veseenit.com, where you can email us, request movies to be reviewed, and keep up to date with all things sisters. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next week.